Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to another review video. This is the best bit of kit I've ever reviewed. It's quite pricey. Everyone needs one, not just Fiat owners, everyone needs one of these things. Let me show you the box, an absolutely amazing bit of kit. Now what these people have sent me is the top of the range bit of kit that they do. Let me show you the box. So here it is. It's a 3-channel 4K dash cam. It has many features which I'll tell you about. What it means by 3-channel is that there's 3 cameras. You've got a dash cam, you've got a rear camera, and you've also got an internal camera as well. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Let's show you, we'll do an unboxing, we'll show you the kit, we'll go to the car, we'll install it in the car, and then we'll show you some footage of it in use. Let's go. Okay, so here is the camera. It is the Viofo, I don't know how you pronounce it. Probably Viofo. 4K. This model is the A229 Pro 3-channel. As I said, this is their top of the range product. An absolutely amazing bit of kit. 4K front camera, 2K rear camera, and an HD 1080p internal camera, so you can film the inside of the car as well as the outside. It has so many features, it's incredible. Now they've sent me the camera kit, they've also sent me a 64GB SD card, and I don't know whether you get that with it or not, but they've sent me one anyway, and they've also sent me the hard wire kit, the HK4 hard wire kit. Now I don't know whether I'm going to be using that in my car or not. I may just be plugging it into the cigarette lighter, not sure yet, we haven't decided, but there are so many things I need to tell you about this. So before we unpack it, I just want to tell you a little bit more about it. So the Viofo, this dash cam is apparently the largest, most influential dashboard camera on the internet, the manufacturer's website. It was published in the best dash cams of 2024. And a different model, the A119 Mini 2, which once this review is done, the manufacturers are also going to send me one of those as well to review, has been recommended as the best bang for your buck dash cam of 2024. Now this one is the Rolls Royce of dash cams. It's powered, some of the technical stuff, I'm not going to go too much into the technical stuff, but part of what is quite important on here, which I think is what is put on the side of the box. So as you know, most Wi-Fi products, like your Ring doorbell, things like that, all those sorts of things, they all only work on 2.4 gigahertz. This also works on 5 gigahertz, so it's much more stable and quicker. As I said to you, it's got 4K Ultra HD in the front camera, Quad HD in the rear camera, which is 2K, and then Full HD in the internal. It's got a Sony lens, a Sony STARVIS 2 image sensor. As I mentioned, built-in Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. Something I've never seen on a dash cam before, it's got voice control and voice notification. So you don't have to push a button to take a photo or push a button to start recording, you tell it to do that. How cool is that? It's got a 2.4 HD screen. As most dash cams have got, it's got parking mode, and it's also got a GPS logger, so it will log exactly where you are. So 3-channel recording, 4K, 2K, 1080p, Sony STARVIS 2 IMX678 and an IMX675 image sensor for front and rear cameras, supports smart voice control, built-in dual band 2.4 and 5 gig, built-in GPS logger, voice notification in multiple languages, supports advanced parking mode, supports micro SD memory cards up to 512 gig. Now I've only got 64 gig, but for demonstration purposes only, it's absolutely perfect. So we need to get this box open, don't we? So let's get it open. Let's see exactly what it is that we've got. The little nice little sleeve. And we need to get that out of there. Quite a tight fit. There it is. And then we got a little explanation of the wiring. So you've got a cigarette lighter, unless you use the hardwire kit. So yeah, you got the cigarette lighter. You got a plug that goes into the rear camera. That's the front camera, the main camera, which goes onto the dash. You got your rear camera, and then you can set your interior camera up, which is optional. You know, you don't need to use that. They are wired. Wireless are, yeah, you know, not sure about wireless. So what have we got in the box? We have got the main camera. Look at that. It's quite heavy. It is quite heavy. Not sure what it weighs, but it's quite substantial. We've got a bit of 3M tape on the back of it. But look at that. It's got cover over there. So on here you've got a power button. Sorry, not button. Power light, record light, GPS light, microphone and Wi-Fi. As I say, there's a Wi-Fi there. It has got Wi-Fi as well. So you could probably link it to your home Wi-Fi, or you can link it to your phone. You can tether to your phone. Microphone, I imagine that's the emergency button. But what a beautiful, beautiful looking bit of kit. Rear camera plugs into there. That'll be the reset button just there. Moving over to the other side, you've got the micro SD, and I imagine that's the internal camera. The 4K dash cam is just there. Don't forget it's got a Sony lens as well. So you stick that on your dash, and then that's it. You just plug everything into it. So we'll put that to one side for a minute. And then also in here we have the two internal cameras. I don't know if they're the same. They're probably not, aren't they? Because one's 4K, one's 2K, and one's 1080p. Now I'm not sure which one's which, because they both look the same, except that one. This one must be the external, because that's got some infrared LEDs on it for night time, whereas that one hasn't. So I assume that that's really the only thing on there that differentiates the two. We've got some spare sticky pads should you remove it for some reason, for an MOT, or whether you move vehicles or something like that. You got a spare one for the main camera. You've got spare ones for the other two little cameras as well. There's your user manual. We're not going to go through that now. We've mentioned the main features, and then the rest of it we'll obviously have a little play with once it's in the car. And then we've got lots of stuff in the box as well. We have, what have we got? So you've got your camera cable there, connect to front camera, so that's the one that shows into the car itself. Trim removal tool for when you need it to tuck your wires behind. That's going to be your rear camera, a nice long cable so you can put it in wherever you see fit. I don't know how long it is, but they're normally extra long. In there we have got the cigarette lighter socket with the cable to be able to power it, should you not want to use the hardwired kit, which I may or may not use. In here we have, I have no idea what that is, absolutely no idea what that is. We got a USB cable. I guess that's if you want to plug it into a computer to do updates. What is this thing? Can't even get it open. I don't know. Here we go. It's open now. Oh, I think it's a lens cover. Yeah, it's a lens cover of some sort. I don't know why. Presumably goes on there. I don't know what it's for. We will endeavour to find out what that is for once we've read the manual properly. We'll have a look and see exactly what that is for, but at the moment I have no idea. Okay, so seeing as the manufacturers are good enough to send me the Dashcam HK4 hardwire kit, I thought we'd have a look at it as well. As I say, I may not use this, but if you want to hardwire it, which is always a good idea to hardwire it, in the Fiat 500s, Dashcams are always good to have hardwired and have to be powered on all the time. If they're powered on all the time, they go to sleep, and then if someone wants to hit your car or try and break into your car, they would start recording. But they don't do that if you're not connected to a permanent live supply. So having one of these, we've got a yellow and a red wire, so one will go to and obviously an earth. One will go to a permanent live, one will go to an ignition live, and the other one to an earth. And then that saves you having to use one of your sockets. So it's a much more, your lighter socket. It's a much more professional way of fitting a dash camera. As I say, I believe I have got in my BMW, my cigarette lighter socket is a permanent live. So I'm probably, at least for the time being, I'm probably going to just use that. But that's all it is, that's what it consists of. I thought I'd show it to you. Obviously, they've been kind enough to send me their own branded SD card as well. So we'll get that installed in the camera obviously before we put it in. But I just wanted to show you that as well, seeing as they've sent it to me. So yeah, let's go to the car, install it in the car, and then we can see it in action. Let's go. Right, here we are in my 2021 BMW 2 Series Active Tourer. I'm going to install it in this car. I'm not sure yet whether I'm going to install the main camera here or here. I think probably the other side would be better. Now the problem is, as most cars, you have this, forgot what it's called now, but this area of dots. So obviously we can't have the camera there. Maybe a little bit of vision blocking if I put it here. So I think I'm going to put it over the other side, which would be also more MOT friendly as well. So the plan is, so yeah, if we put it here and then we'll run the cable up through there, we'll pull that off a little bit just there, we'll run the cable all the way down there, underneath here somewhere, and then for now we are going to plug it in down here in the cigarette lighter. Now we have got access to a fuse box in there, so at some point I will probably hardwire it into there. But just for demonstration purposes at the moment, I am going to do it just here so we can then get it up and running. Okay, I have plugged it in to, it actually comes with a cigarette lighter socket with 2 USBs on it. But what I've done is I've plugged it in, for the time being I've plugged it into there. Now that USB socket is powered by the ignition, so it won't be on all the time, whereas that is powered on all the time. So I don't want to drain the battery, but I think, as far as I'm aware, and I will read the manual, they go to sleep after a while, and should something hit your car or someone try and break into your car, it will start recording then, obviously only if it's powered. So now it's just gone to sleep, so the screen's gone off. Because it's not gone to sleep, it is recording. It took me 30 seconds, 20 seconds to set it up. You select your language, you select your time, which was Greenwich Mean Time +1, and then it says it will set the correct date and time when it finds a satellite. So I'm just going to switch it back off at the moment. So all I've done at the moment is I've tucked the cable up here, I've brought it in behind here, and I'm gradually bringing it down here. Now I'm not sure, I don't think it's going to be long enough. Depends how I run it. I'm not sure it's going to be long enough. I may have to use a USB extension on it, which doesn't matter too much, but that's the closest USB socket I've got. I've plugged the rear camera in there again. I've run it along there, I've run it down there, I've run it underneath this trim all the way to the back using the supplied trim tool. It comes along there, you can just see it poking out there a little bit. It goes up here, up behind there, and that's as far as I've got so far. The reason I've stopped is because I just wanted to show you that you can, I can't do it with one hand, but you can actually turn this. It will turn depending on which way you want it to face. So you could have it facing inside the car. Right, first of all I routed the cable along there, and then it sort of just came down there. Now I've put it there, so it's going to be loose there, isn't it, a bit? That's obviously at its furthest travel. Now I suppose what I could do really is take that off. If I take that panel off, I can then run the cable underneath it. That might be better. Let's take that off, protective screen off of there. So we'll take that off. Well made, it does look like a nice bit of kit. Over this side, it's not in the way of the driver at all. This front camera is also adjustable, and I've adjusted that as well. So as we know now, we're recording on, I don't know if you can see that there, 2160 and 1440. So the back camera is 1440 HP and the front camera is 4K, so 4K at the front and 2K at the back. And the other camera, if you choose to use it, is 1080p, so even that's HD as well. But the next thing I'm going to show you, which will be the final thing, will show you some footage of me driving around. I need to give the windscreen a little bit clean. I did clean it for when I stuck the thing on, and it seems quite firm as well. I don't think it will fall off like some cameras do. My old camera that I got in Halfords was forever falling off, but this one seems quite sturdy. So yeah, what a cracking little bit of kit. Installed quite easily by running the cables. Not difficult at all. Anyone can do it. You don't have to know anything about cars. You get the tool supplied with it. This lead that we talked about earlier when I did the unboxing, I didn't know what it was. That is obviously for, I think, for the internal camera. Let me just double check that. Connect to interior cam, yeah. So that's the one you can put your interior camera wherever you like. You can put it over here and run the cable. You can put it wherever you like. I do for cab drivers or businesses that want to, you know, film inside. As I say, you can have it with audio on or audio off. The screen will go off after a little while, and to get it back on again, all you do is press the button, and it shows, and it will show you each one that's recorded. In some of this, it has parking mode, so there's three different types of recording when it's in parking mode. So auto event detection: a camera will automatically record a video sequence while a moving object is being detected during parking mode. It will stop recording when no new movement is detected. Also time lapse, it will do time lapse, records a video at low frame rates, 1, 2, 3, 5 and 10 frames per second. And it keeps recording continuously without audio. And then there's a low bitrate recording. This mode uses low bitrate to record video and audio and uses small file sizes for continuous recording. Parking mode provides surveillance of your parked vehicle only when the engine is off, and the USB Type-C hardware kit is used to provide continuous power. So we don't really know at the moment. I'm not sure whether it's continuous power. I don't think it is, because those lights have all now gone off because the car has shut itself off. So for that to be enabled, it does need to be hardwired into the fuse box. Playing it back, you can play it back on the camera itself by entering the settings. You can also, there's an app that I will download to my phone, which is called the Viofo app, and that uses the Wi-Fi button on there. So a long press on the Wi-Fi button enables Wi-Fi. You connect to Wi-Fi on your phone, open the Viofo app and choose connect your camera. Okay, so I've downloaded the app. Here it is. All you do is you press a long press on the little Wi-Fi button, which is the one on the right hand side. Do a long press and it comes up, and it talks to you and tells you that Wi-Fi is on. So it says power on the camera, which it is obviously, and then we'll do next. Connect the Wi-Fi. Default password. I'm not sure whether we've actually got to physically on the camera connect to a Wi-Fi network, or do we do it on here? I'm not sure. I'm just going to try and connect it, and we'll go from there. Just come up and said Wi-Fi connected. So you have it's in there, just there. No internet connection. Doesn't need an internet connection. It's connected by Wi-Fi, and then we'll go back into the app. Allow. Connect camera again, maybe. There we go. Hopefully that's going to come up with the camera now. There it is. Hey. Yep. And whether we can do this, I'm hoping we can set this up in here. So can you just no, maybe you can't. I was hoping you could. You can operate it. Switch camera. Yeah, so you can have one camera as your main camera. It's reflecting off the windscreen at the moment, but that's just the way we're parked. 2nd July 2024, so it's picking up the date as well, which is good. So it has connected to GPS. It's recording at 30 frames per second, 2160, and 30 frames per second, 1440 on the rear camera. You just press the camera button and it shows you that, which is upside down, which we obviously need to turn up the other way, and you can see the little red thing is flashing to show that it is recording. So we've got settings here, so I reckon we can go into there and hopefully we can digitally turn that camera up the other way. Whoops. So we'll do that. Loads and loads of settings in here, and it has, as you can see there, rear image rotate, which I have just switched on, so that's good. It also has voice commands as well, so you can actually tell it to start videoing, tell it to turn audio on, tell it to turn audio off. Don't know how you do that, but you obviously do say something or press something and then say it. I don't know. But as I say, I'm not going to explain every setting to you. It's fully functioning. It's got so many settings on here, various things you can do. So I'm going to leave it for now, and then we'll, as I say, we'll come back. We'll record some footage, and then we'll come back and we'll show you that footage, show you the quality of it, and yeah, we'll go from there, and then we'll wrap this video up. So as you can see, the quality of that video was spectacular. I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but on my iMac, while I was editing the video, it looked absolutely amazing. Like 4K TV. Really, really good. So if you have a look in the description, there is a code where you can get money off on the website. This is the product. We've shown it to you before. Have a look if you fancy getting yourself one. Or there is the 2-camera one as well, which the manufacturers are going to send me to review as well. I've not used the 3rd camera on this one, as you know, but this is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit. Have a look on the description if you fancy one. There's the link to the website, and there's also the discount code that they've given me to get some money off. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you think this is as good as I do, because I think this is really amazing bit of kit. Looks good in the car, doesn't take out, it's not obtrusive in the car, it's well out of the way, but tucked behind the mirror. I love it. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. As always, get out of the way. If you're not a subscriber, let me put that between my knees. If you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up, and until the next one, take care, stay safe, and if I can get it from between my legs, upside down. See you very soon. Get yourself one. That's it. Finished. Cut.